Hello Aries, my name is Missy and I'm here to pull some AstroCharms for the month of October. I'm actually going to focus a little differently for this particular reading than I would normally. Normally I would just, do a general reading asking what are the predictions for that month or however long the period of the reading is meant for. But for this specific reading, what I want to look at is the astrological energies that we have happening in October. We have Mercury stationing direct on the 2nd, which is tomorrow. We have Pluto stationing direct on the 8th. Saturn stations direct on the 23rd. And then we have a lunar eclipse on the 25th. So that's going to hit, for Aries specifically, that will hit your 6th, 10th, and 11th houses. So that means there's going to be some changes coming in. I'm actually skipping ahead of myself. The reason that I want to focus on these particular aspects is because Pluto will be moving away from or out of Capricorn and into Aquarius in March of 2023. So we only have a couple of months left to finish out some things, to put the punctuation at the end of the sentence for something that's happening for you here in the 10th house. Now, if we look at 10th house energy, this is your social status, right? The achievements that you've made in your career, your public image, people who are in positions of power, whether or not you have a position of power, but these are the issues that Pluto has already been transforming for you. And because he's leaving Capricorn and entering into Aquarius, that means he's saying, look, we need to wrap all of this stuff up because now it's time to move into your 11th house, which is your wider social circle, your wider network, right? So because all of this energy in October is hitting between the 6th, 10th, and 11th houses, I can't help but feel that this definitely has to do with like social status, career, work, the people that you network with because of the 11th house up here, possibly even like online pursuits. If you are a person who's in a position of power, maybe some charity and the what's the word when you're trying to the promotion of your charity work or the promotion of yourself in order to gain a higher status in your career in some way. So these are all things that can kind of be affected with the energy that's happening in October, and that's what's leading into Pluto's move into Aquarius in March. So that's what we want to focus on for this particular reading. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull some cards to see, what is the focus for the particular month, or excuse me, for the month of October. I'm kind of half listening to this song in the background. Let me just go ahead and, okay, Unholy, Sam Smith and Kim Petras. You might want to look the lyrics up for that to see, how or if it even applies to your situation. Okay, so we have anger coming through. This is something that you really need to change. They're saying you need to put an end to this. If you want to bring in abundance for yourself, you really need to get control of your anger. Interesting that that's what's coming out when it speaks to, what is it that you need to put the punctuation, at the end of the sentence on, right? Because this is Pluto's the end of Pluto's transit through the house of your reputation. And do you really want to have the reputation of being angry? We've got abundance, awakening, peace, protection, okay, and then empowerment and freedom. So this particular card, and actually this deck here, I just bought it recently. There are specific cards in this deck that as soon as I saw them, I knew that I was going to use them in a specific way that would be a mediumship type of way. and this is one of those cards. There's actually 5 or 6 of them in this deck that have a special meaning other than the meaning that was already attributed to them by the person who made the cards. Like, I'm putting a special meaning on them because I just felt instinctively when I got even before I got the deck, I just knew that they were going to be a mediumship deck for me, even though I don't consider myself a medium per se. I focus on many different types of ways of getting my messages. So that doesn't even matter for that. My point being that this is one of the cards that specifically is to speak to a female who has passed on, a loved one for you. This is, I feel as if it's kind of younger energy here, not. It does feel younger energy. It's like it's obviously a message of protection here, but with the peace, awakening, tranquility, transcendence, even looking at these words, right? Coming along with this, and it's saying the message here is, what is it that you need to put a period on, right? Like, what do you need to put an end to? If you want this abundance, you have to transcend the anger. And this is a message that's coming through specifically from a passed on loved one, a younger female, who is protective of you. There's also a question of boundaries. It's like you're protecting your boundaries, or you need to protect your boundaries, but I feel like the message from this female is they are protecting you. Interesting. Okay. So we've got 2 more of the cards, and actually I can explain the rest of it. So when I bought this deck, I meant for this specific card to represent a female loved one who has passed on, whether that is someone in your family or not. This was going to be a female. This is going to represent spirit, like actually goddess energy. Specifically goddess energy, which I don't want to go into the explanation of that as well, because I don't want the video to be too long, or why I specifically put goddess energy on this, even though I personally am, pagan and believe that there is both God and goddess, not just one God. I should say it's God and goddess. But anyway, I knew as soon as I saw this card that this specific card was going to designate the end of the message that is coming through, if this is a mediumship message, right? So this is basically saying everything that I already said. If you want your abundance to come in, you have to transcend your anger. You have to, awaken yourself to peace and tranquility. Put your boundaries up. 1000%, they're saying put your boundaries up. They're saying they are protecting you, right? But you have to put clear boundaries up and then keep them. That's the only way to really attract what it is that you want, is through, it's like through gentleness. It's like the strength card is coming through to me with this particular message here, this gentle kindness. The message of the strength card in tarot is, the maiden, the only way that she's able to approach the lion, she sees that the lion is injured, that he's got a thorn in his paw. And so she wants to help him. She wants to heal him. And she knows that the only way she can do that is to gain his trust. And she does that through gentleness, through compassion. And so, you have to trust as well. Like, you have to put up your boundaries and then trust that they are going to be kept by others, but also be gentle in, not that you can't be firm when you keep your boundaries, but you have to be gentle, and that's what's going to lift this heavy burden, because it's something feels like it's been a very heavy load, like the responsibility has been very heavy for you. And then this particular, like the end, it's like it's saying you no longer have to sacrifice. And if forgiveness applies to you as well, but I feel like sacrifice is more, it feels more like completion, and sacrifice feels more like you no longer have to sacrifice, and then that's the end of the message. That's like, this is what they're saying to you, the punctuation mark. Let go of this anger. All right, so we're actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this particular. Also, you could be dealing with a Scorpio. It could be specifically, hold on. If you're dealing with a Scorpio that is toxic, right? And you'll know whether or not they're toxic. Like, this is not for someone who, if you're dealing with a Scorpio and there's nothing toxic about them, they're good to you. It's, they're not saying, oh, you've got to get rid of them. But if this is someone who's angry and spiteful, someone who is toxic, who's possibly a Scorpio, it's like this energy is saying you have to get rid of this energy if you want your abundance. But anyway, so let's go ahead and put this back, and then we'll pull some charms. And this song is like annoying me in the background. Okay, interesting. It's the song "I'm Good" by David Guetta and BB Rexa, and I don't know why it's annoying me, but it's just hitting me the wrong way. So maybe, like, I don't know, take it however that resonates. Like, maybe someone's energy doesn't match what they're saying, right? Like, maybe someone's saying that they're good, but they're really, really not. Someone's saying they're happy, but they're really not. Also, everything is so fast-paced in this song. I feel like it's overstimulation. So maybe there's overstimulation or something happening here too. Too much. There's never a time to rest or something. Dang it. So twice, like, you've got this terminated quartz twice coming into the 9th house. It's like shadow work, saying shadow work, you got to do some shadow work. If you don't know what that is, you definitely, like, if you don't know what shadow work is already, that means you don't know that you wouldn't be able to do it safely, like, without counseling, actual professional help. So maybe that's something, if you've been thinking about counseling, that's a good idea. So here in the center, we have the swan, the microscope, the sun. We have the $5 bill, and this charm that says, be kind, be true, be free, be brave, be peaceful, be compassionate, be courteous, be happy, be thankful. We have the song Bang by AJR. It's like embrace the changes is what it's saying, especially with the swan here. Swans represent love. It's like Venusian energy, but it's also beauty. And I don't know why. Well, actually, I kind of do know why, because you have the scissors coming out over here in Leo. Like, maybe you're wanting to change the way you look or something. Like, you're trying, like, hold on. Interesting too, because it's saying in this, like, something about on a budget, put your best face on, everybody. Something about you're wanting to do something about your appearance. Hold on. Well, it could be plastic surgery because of the microscope. There is like a medical something attached to that, especially with like scissors too. And then over here with Leo, right? something that would bring joy. For some people, it would bring joy to, you know, plastic surgery is something that would bring joy to them. Yeah, I feel like there's something here about changing your appearance. I'm not exactly sure what it is. What it is, but there's like a focus on that, something about your appearance. Also like, okay, so it's more so than just your appearance too. It's like going back to the thing with the anger. The shadow work that you have to do in order to get over the anger, that could be why this medical aspect is coming through with the microscope. Maybe there are things that you need to look at that you are trying to avoid looking at. Bad and good because of the beauty aspect to the swan. Now we have the sun at my worst, black bear. So we don't really have anything in the first house, but in the second house you've got the cowboy hat, which always reminds me of like hard work but protection as well, because you know cowboys work really hard, but the cowboy hat is designed to protect them from the elements, the sun, the rain. The way that it's rolled up on the sides literally helps the rain fall off, right? But if it's upside down like this, it means you've taken the hat off, or you're able to relax. And this is the house of Taurus, which is a very sensual sign, right? Maybe there's something here about going to like a beauty salon and being able to relax, being able to do something with your appearance. Interesting. But also it feels like you like just relaxing, like you can take the hat off. It's not that you're not protected, you're still protected. You can still put the hat back on, but you can take the hat off right now, like, and you can relax. Take that however it resonates. Maybe there's like a reduction in your workload or something. All right, we don't have anything in the third, but in your fourth and fifth houses. So another message of the scissors is that there could be someone that you need to cut out of your life. It could be a friend because it's landing in the fifth house, or it could be maybe a family member that you see as a friend with the initial W here. If it's not a person, it's probably something, right, around family, children, something like that. And I think you don't want to cut them out of your life, but it's healing for you to do it. And it's interesting that you have the two intertwined hearts here in the sixth house, which is the house of healing as well. It's like maybe it'll heal your relationship. Interesting. And then here in Libra, we've got these two, I can never remember what these are called, but they're types of rulers, right? You use them for like architecture and different types of art and stuff. But anyway, it's like measuring or building a relationship when it's here in Libra in the seventh house. Like all of this is helping to build a relationship or building a partnership. A partnership because they're intertwined here. It's a partnership. It's not just a relationship. And they're interesting. I just realized these two are intertwined as well. So the rulers and interesting too. You know, I didn't even realize we're saying the rulers in the house of partnership. So like maybe it's two people who are ruling right? Ruling over a something, I don't know, or measuring. There's equality. Also, there's two terminated courts as well here. And now we have the song, Bones by Imagine Dragons. Interesting that we have sacrifice and the scissors coming out over this house with this. You've only got the one letter. So maybe you're dealing with someone that has the name or a person, place, or thing with the initial W, but I feel like it's a person. Maybe you need to forgive someone and then cut them out of your life. Like you're saying, I forgive you, but I can't. It would be stupid to, I don't know, to go back or something. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that here. I hope that resonates. If it does not, please stick around. There may be another reading for you here on the channel that does. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, hit the notification bell, whatever you can to help me as I'm new here. And I thank you for watching.